At a glance, this is my entire makeup collection. It's all right here in one bag. I like to keep my brushes and all my makeup products right in one bag. I'm not thinking about the way you keep my world from spinning. I'm just thinking about you. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is quite the rainy day today, so I apologize if the lighting keeps changing or if it's just really bad in general. It's just a very dark and moody day today, so I'm just gonna roll with it, keeping things cozy with my candle. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I still haven't finished my shelf, so don't judge me for the empty shelf behind me. There's just like a brass duck and then like not even a real plant on this side. It's just like a prop that I use when I'm taking photos for my thrift shop, like when I'm doing flat lays for the clothes, and I just have nowhere else to put it, so I just put it up there in the meantime. So I hope soon I can finish this shelf so this bedroom just looks a little more put together and cozier. I thought it would be a great idea to go ahead and share my minimalist makeup collection. It is pretty minimal and I like to keep things very simple. This makeup collection is also very affordable. I use mainly drugstore makeup and I'm totally okay with that. It works for my skin. I am not against higher end makeup or anything like that. This is just what's worked for me and I don't feel the need to buy expensive makeup. Sure, if I run out of a certain makeup product, I'm always open to try something new, but as for right now, I think I'm just gonna stick to what I have unless I happen to come across something that I really want to try out. So these are all products that I've had for a long time, or if I haven't had them for a long time, I've been using the same product for a long time, like replacing it with the same one, if that makes sense. So at a glance, this is my entire makeup collection. It's all right here in one bag. I like to keep my brushes and all my makeup products right in one bag. I just find that it works best for me and I like it to just be contained in one place. I used to have a larger makeup basket and it was just filled with a lot of experimental products and just old products that I wouldn't throw away. And I finally got around to decluttering it a few years ago. And ever since, I've just stuck with this bag and gone through it every once in a while to make sure everything in here is stuff that I am still using. So these are actually all my makeup brushes. I have 2 eye brushes when I do my eyeshadow, which I don't do every day. And then I have 3 brushes that I just use on my face. This one I use for my setting powder and bronzer and blush, so I just go ahead and use the same brush. I don't have multiple brushes for each product. And then one of these brushes is for like setting my under eyes and my eyelids, and then this is a highlighter brush. I'm kind of going to show you my routine in this video as well, so you'll see which brushes I use with which products. So before my makeup routine, I always do my skincare first, but after doing my skincare, the first step of my makeup routine is always my eyebrows. So I like to use this NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So this is a very cheap brow product, I would say, compared to a lot of products I've seen out there. I actually use a lot of NYX products, as you will see, but I like this one because it's very thin and I like to just do light strokes on my eyebrows to keep it looking pretty natural. I know a lot of people like to do a brow gel before going in with a pencil, but I kind of do the opposite. I don't know why. It's just what's worked for me. I don't know if it's the products I'm using, but when I do it the other way around, where I do the gel and then the pencil, I just feel like it doesn't look as great. So I go in with the eye pencil and then do the rest of my makeup routine, and then one of the last things I do is actually the gel. I don't know if that's the correct way to do it, but that's just how I do it. So anyways, I do light strokes with this one and then just blend it with the little brush that it has on the end. And I've been using this pencil for a long time, and every time I run out of it, I just go ahead and replace it with the same exact one. So after I've filled in my eyebrows, I like to apply a primer, and the primer I use is this e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I've pretty much always used e.l.f. for my primer just because it's like the cheapest thing and it actually works. So I don't feel the need to buy a different primer if this one seems to work for me. So after I've applied my primer, I go in with this NYX foundation. This is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. And I've kind of experimented around with different NYX foundations. I used to always get it was like a tinted moisturizer, I think. I think it was called like Barely There. I can't remember exactly, but I really liked it because it was very lightweight. It wasn't full coverage either. So it just gave me like this very natural look. However, I totally forgot what shade I got the last one in, and usually I take a picture so I can remember and get the same one. But I don't think I took a picture and I think I threw it away. Every time I go or I try to order it, they only have like the lighter shades for lighter skin tones, and I'm more like a medium skin tone. So the closest thing I found was this one. So this is what I've been using currently. This one actually is a full coverage foundation, but I kind of like this one. I think it suits my skin tone well, and it doesn't give me acne, which if you don't know, I can easily get fungal acne, which is just like these little bumps all over my face, specifically on my forehead. And I have a list that I found online that I refer to for fungal acne safe products. So this happened to be on that list, so that's why I went ahead and purchased it. And so far I really like it, maybe not as much as just the tinted moisturizer, but for now it's worked just fine. So I'm gonna use it up, and then once I run out, I'm going to try and find that tinted moisturizer again. And to blend the foundation, I just use a beauty blender. This is my favorite one that I've tried so far. I think this is by Revlon. Yeah, I find with my skin, I prefer to use a beauty blender over a brush. I know maybe it's not like the cleanest way to do it. Like I know sponges like this can be very prone to bacteria growth, but I always make sure I clean it and just let it sit out to dry before putting it back in the bag, just to prevent any bacteria growth. I don't know if it helps, but I haven't like gotten any acne from it or anything like that, so I continue to use it. So after I have blended my foundation, I just go in with this NYX finishing powder. This is a mineral-based translucent powder. Again, it's a very cheap powder that just works. It works great. I can pretty much go all day without getting oily, and it also doesn't leave me feeling extremely dry. It does have a clear finish, so you don't look white after or anything like that. I think this is about like $9 at Target, and I always replace it with the same one, and I don't plan on experimenting with anything else. I feel like this is just a basic product, and if it works, it works. So I plan on continuing to use this. So after the setting powder, I like to go in with a bronzer, and the one that I've been using for a long time as well is this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. And I started using this one when I was like trying to figure out what makeup to use when I was going to do my own makeup for my engagement photo shoot. And I remember back then, I think it was like 2017, 2016, I would watch Kathleen Lights a lot on YouTube, and back then, I think I was a little more makeup crazy and not so much minimal, but she would always talk about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I decided to give it a try, and I fell in love with it. It also smells amazing. Like coconuts, I don't know, very tropical, and I just love it. I love how it applies, and it just gives you a nice bronze. It does also give you a nice glow, so I just feel like it makes me look more alive. And after bronzer, I go ahead and apply a blush. I've been using this blush for a long time just because, I don't know, it has taken forever to run out. It just lasts forever. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's just the one I've had, and I just want to finish it before buying a new product, if that makes sense. It's still good. I know makeup expires, but I don't think I've had it that long for it to expire. But there's still a good amount left in it, so I plan on using this one up before replacing it. If you have any favorite blushes that you can recommend, I would love to try something new, because I mean, I like this one, but I don't love it. So I'm open to try something new when it comes to blush. So after I apply blush, I apply a highlighter just like on my cheekbones. I just feel like it gives me a nice glow. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like it works. This is the highlighter I use. It actually comes with 2 highlighters, and then these are like contours, I think. I don't really use those as much. I only use this highlighter up here, and sometimes this one. I don't really know what the difference is. This one seems to just be a little lighter and this one's a little darker. I don't know. But when I run out of this one, I'm sure I will just use this one up, just to not be wasteful, and I'm sure it does the same thing. I haven't really noticed a difference, to be honest, but yeah, I was actually gifted this, so I just use it because it works fine. And I just apply it with a small brush, just like on my cheekbones and sometimes on my, like below my eyebrows, and then on the sides of my nose. And if I'm doing like just an everyday makeup look like today, that's pretty much all I do. And then I apply this finishing spray. This one is also by NYX, and this is the Dewy Finish setting spray. They have a matte and a dewy. I prefer the dewy just because the matte just makes me feel really dry, but I've been using this one for a long time as well, and every time I use it up, I just replace it. But if I'm trying to look a little nicer that day, I will apply some eyeshadow, nothing crazy. This one is another eyeshadow palette that I was gifted, and it just has these warm toned colors like golds and browns. That's kind of just my color scheme that I like to stick to. I pretty much only use like 3 in here that I like, and then sometimes I'll use the darker ones as an eyeliner, just so it looks very like minimal or like barely there. I don't like to use like harsh eyeliner all the time. Every now and then I do, but I actually ran out of my last one. It was a liquid eyeliner, and I haven't purchased it just because eyeliner isn't something I wear every day anymore, or hardly. I would rather just apply a little bit of like dark eyeshadow as a liner because it's easier to blend. But again, eyeshadow is not an everyday thing for me. This is something I wear like if I'm going on a date with my husband, or I'm going to a special event. Or, I mean, sometimes if I'm just trying to look a little extra nice and if I feel like it that day, but not an everyday thing at all. So the next thing I do for my eyes is just use a regular old curler for my lashes and then a mascara. This is the mascara I've been using for a long time. I don't really find any differences between mascaras. I feel like they all just do the same thing. I feel like the brush on a mascara is the thing that actually makes a difference, but even that is very minimal. So I just stick to a very cheap and affordable mascara. This is one by Maybelline, and it's the Lash Sensational. Yeah, I don't know, but it works. And I always apply mascara after the setting spray because I find that if I do mascara then setting spray, mascara just gets all over my eyes. So to avoid that, I do mascara and the brow gel after the setting spray. So after my mascara, I just apply this brow gel to my eyebrows to finish them off. I've just been trying this one by NYX, and it's called the Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I'm not sure if I love this one, but it does okay. I feel like it just leaves my brows looking clumpy if I'm not careful, or sometimes if they are looking clumpy after it dries, I just go in with the little brush on my eyebrow pencil to just blend it out, and then it's perfectly fine. But if you have any recommendations on a good clear brow gel, please leave them down below in the comments. I would love to know. So those are pretty much all the products I use on my face when it comes to makeup. I've actually been on the hunt for a good lipstick, but I just feel like all the lipsticks I've tried have either gotten really dry and crusty around my mouth, or they're just way too glossy. I like a matte finish, but also not super dry on my lips. So if you have any favorite lipsticks that you love, please leave those down in the comments below as well. I would love to know, just because I would just like a simple, maybe nude lipstick, like in the nude and pink family, if that makes sense. No reds or oranges or anything like that, or purples, just something pretty neutral. Thanks so much again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.